Well, hello and welcome and hello and welcome and hello and welcome. Thank you for joining me on an extremely special Tuesday evening edition of Un Poco Mas, the show where we give you just a little bit more. My throat is super sore, just not feeling well, but I want to bring you another quick video. I know I always say that, but I did actually do like a 13-minute video earlier, unheard of. I love this green tea. Ito N. Anyway, good stuff, guys, especially if you're a big fat jerk and you're trying to lose a few pounds. Really a good suppresses the appetite, keeps you going. Anyway, welcome and hello and welcome. It's Un Poco Moss. Like you didn't know that, you useless sacks of crap. Anyway, guys, let's see what we're doing. I forgot how to work this thing. Want to thank the great Naughty Lurker. Welcome and hello to J Money. He's joining us on the chat here, of course, moderating, producing, doing his thing as only he can. Not sure if the great Alberto Berti Avila is with us or not, but hopefully he sees this and joins us. I don't really let anybody know what's going on. Here's the deal, guys. I want to talk about SMCI, but I want to do it in the context of the script that these guys run on stocks because this whole mountain and then, the sort of the slow bleed. I mean, they're doing it with Neo. But the difference is Neo has real fundamental vulnerabilities. They're bleeding a ton of cash that's increasing their margin. I still invest in it. I still believe in Neo, but you could see, why they walk it down, why they short it, given the intense competition. Now, on the flip side of that is a stock like SoFi. Now, what these guys do is they basically pick a stock. Maybe there's a good narrative in place, especially with the end of student loans. A lot of competition for everything essentially that SoFi did. See Five Head, see David Chiavarini. They employ these analysts, they employ U-turners, they employ a bunch of hacks and trolls on, stock twits and Yahoo. And all the rest. And they basically construct a narrative they want to construct that allows them to walk a stock down and accumulate it. And once they do that, they flip it and they run it up. And oftentimes they'll participate in the walk down and they'll participate in the run up. They'll essentially double dip. Now, when you're watching the smart money in terms of the shorts, there's no smarter money than Citadel. And basically SMCI recovered today. It was the huge drop based on this convertible note deal is completely irrational. When you go over the data from this deal, if you think about it, like there's a difference between a company that needs to raise money to survive versus a company that needs to raise money to fund hypergrowth. Okay, SMCI is the latter. I don't care what the narrative. This is what I'm talking about. They're not growing. They are growing so fast. It is absolutely ridiculous. Okay, I'll just show you on the fundamentals. Okay, their revenue in 2022 was 5 billion. This year, which is ending this month, their fiscal year ends at the end of this month. They're going to do, 22, 23 billion. So they went from 5 and they, 4.5x their sales in 3 years. 4.5x their sales from 5 to 23 in 3 years. And but their profits aren't growing. Well, if you look at, the net income, that was 285 million in 2022. And last year it was 1.15 billion. So they've almost like 4x'd their net income in only 2 years. And I know it's not going to grow this year, but it's going to grow again next year. They're at the end of a product life. The point is, this is hypergrowth. You need money for hypergrowth. This is a great deal. They're doing a cap call thing, just like SoFi did. They're doing 200 million in share buyback. The strike price to convert the shares is over $55 a share out through 2030. So it's like a 30+% premium. I mean, this is not a desperation deal. This is blue chip investment type stuff. And if this company's a fraud, are institutions going to hand them $2 billion in cash? Please think. They're leading you astray with this narrative. And what do? They accumulate all the shares because it's all a fugazi, guys. And what you'll see is the cost to borrow will start to, you saw, I showed you earlier with CRISPR. That's been 0.3, 0.5 cost to borrow. All of a sudden today, the average is 5. It spikes to a max of 8. This is only a max of 2 right now. But they have a huge amount of money on the line. The short interest value says is 4 billion, but that's only on the 96 million shares, not on these additional 45 million shares they've borrowed. So that's another $1.7 billion. So they're borrowing damn near $6 billion worth of shares. So when that cost to borrow spikes, it's going to be an absolute game changer for these shorts. They're going to, cover the family jewels and duck. And here's the thing: institutional ownership will increase. Look at this holding very, very steady. Institutional ownership, 56%. Now, you have to put that in the context of insider ownership. The founding family, other insiders own a ton of this company, 27%. 56%, 27%. Added up was at 83%. So retail owns, even if you think these numbers are somewhat overlapping and suspect, they own maximum 20%. Maximum 20%. And they're shorting, 26, 27% of the shares that even exist. More than that. This huge drop, this 10% drop, was just a complete fake, phony bunch of nonsense. Look at the chart. This was this from here to here, like 45 to 41 again. This little range that this thing's been trading in right here, this started out, 48 down to 39. It's getting tighter and tighter. This time it's 46 down to 40, almost 41. And it recovered immediately. It's right in the range it should be in. It's right in the same algo range. That whole fall was just, it was a pretext. This senior secured note deal looks like an excellent deal to me. I mean, I'm no Uncle Bruce. I'm no big expert in these things. The thing I'm an expert in is double cheeseburgers, applewood smoked bacon, aged cheddar cheese, quesadillas, lasagna, hoagies and grinders. Navy beans, navy beans, navy beans. Of course, you guys remember the Adam Sandler lunch lady bit. Look at how this is being held under this line at 50. And they've just been absolutely desperate to sort of hold on to this weird level at $44.30. But algos are weird people. They're weird people. It's like that weird neighbor. Did you see what the Smiths are doing in their backyard? I think it's a mausoleum. Are they going to bury their grandfather out there? Like, probably. They're weird people. What's for dessert? Anyway, guys, so this is the script. They ran this thing on SoFi. You started to see institutional ownership go up. Insider ownership was strong, and the influential shorts started to bail out. Now, look at I'll show you the short volume, because they stopped shorting for a while and the stock started going up. And the last couple of weeks, just heavy shorting. Ever since 6/9, it went from 39% to 54%, then 52, 52, 54, 50, 49.5, call it 50, 54, 46 was the lowest. So for like the last 12 days, it's been over 50%. I think 11 out of those 12 days, and over 60% the last 2 days. It's the highest I've ever seen for this stock. So like today, for instance, they shorted the stock heavily under pretty strong volume. The volume was almost as strong as it was on the dip. And guys, just not for nothing, but that's not how dips go. If you look at the price action yesterday, it fell off a cliff to 42, and then it immediately recovered back to 43. So they bought back all the shares, tried to trade it sideways. Then this other out, look at this angle. This thing's trading off in this waterfall reaccumulation. You have all this weird stuff happening overnight. I mean, back on Monday, you have the stock or was it Friday? I'm sorry, Friday. You have the stock right at the close, like 8 minutes before the close, it just jumps up $1.20 instantly. I mean, this is not normal stuff. There's like 20 million shares traded right then. It's just crazy. This is clearly being held here in this range. Let me show you what I mean with and again, you see they're just shorting the bejesus out of the stock as it's going up. They were shorting from the lows. The concept, like Hindenburg has it figured out. You short the stock, you destroy it, you crush retail at the low, and you cover and you get out and you take huge profits and you celebrate. But a lot of these shorts short at the low. Watch the smart shorts, and they don't short at the lows. Let me show you the institutional owners. Let me just illustrate this for you. I'm going to arrange this in terms of share count. So highest share count first. Vanguard being the top. Their latest filing, they increased to 64 million. BlackRock trimmed 1.6%, but it's negligible. Now look at the smart money that are significantly reducing their positions. They're all shorts. Susquehanna, put call. They got some kind of straddle strangle deal on the stock. Citadel, always short. 38% reduction in their call, 35% reduction in their put. Same type of trade, big reduction, but they're definitely short. As you go down the line, DE Shaw, I'm not sure. That's they're long short again. They actually increased their short and decreased their call, so they went more short. Let me point out another. There was one I wanted to point out here. Yeah, Nomura, Wolverine, again, they're short, reducing their position. Susquehanna, I think, same thing. There was one I wanted to point out here, which was, JP Morgan. Now, they don't have a huge position, but they increased their position 141%. And their average cost is about $40. So just JP Morgan is not really a trading house. I know they do that, but it's not in the same way that like Vanguard and BlackRock and, Morgan Fudley are. Charles Schwab, again, increasing. And I did see, I think, where was Morgan Fudley up here? Yeah, Morgan Fudley increasing 62% to 11 million shares. So just watch JP Morgan. Citadel reducing their short, JP Morgan increasing their position, Vanguard increasing their position, BlackRock holding strong. Institutions and insiders own this entire company. It's a coiled spring, guys. It's like trying to drown a fat guy. If you're trying to take out old Danny Deal's old cornbread, they call me cornbread, by the way, because I'm moist, doughy, and I crumble under pressure. But if you're trying to take me out, go after me on land. Go after me on dry land where my, slow, slovenly, sloth-like speed and agility will make me an easy target. My bad knees will hamper me, my bad back, my carrying. Oh, hold on, guys. Time out, guys. Let's talk about some rules here. No hair pulling, okay? No testicle grabbing. Like, this is a street fight. I'm trying to kill you. There's no rules. I'm like, let's come on. We're gentlemen. But yeah, don't try to drown me. I'm very buoyant. You'll just keep, the more you push down, the harder I'm gonna pop back up. That's what happens when you short a great company from the lows. It's like trying to drown a fat guy. Don't do it. Just try to strangle me, topside. It's like Kevin Costner, always looking for dry land. I found dry land, Sue. Wrong script, you moron, you ignoramus. You have a giant forehead. Oh, it's your brother, not your husband, Sue. Somebody get my agent on the phone. I'm Annette Benning, for God's sake. I'm sorry about this. Miss Benning. I don't want to work with him neither. I need the paycheck. Free grazing is legal, Sue. I can't do it, dude. Fucking Costner. Oh, that guy's so wealthy and successful and handsome. Oh, Alberto Bertie Avalos has joined us. What's going on? The great Jeremy Miller, of course. Alfred E. Miller. Kevin Costner. I would be too. The guy's got a lot of demons, and he looks like he should have been born with a mullet. It's like he should have just been, what was that movie I saw? It was like his kid got killed in a horse accident. They had this weird family clan. They cut his hand off with a hatchet, burned the house down, and killed everybody. It was like Texas Chainsaw Massacre meets Kevin Costner's bad acting, or minimalist acting. I wouldn't say there was almost no acting. He was doing that strong silent deal. He was a mulleted lawman wearing one of them insulated denim jackets. possibly by Carhartt. Oh, Wolverine. Maybe got you some insulated overalls. Pretend you're farming when you're really a retired sheriff. I'm fond of you, Sue. Definite Oscar nomination. I'm gonna go have me a drink. What are you saying that? I was like, absolutely. Should I join you? No. No, you just stay here and study your script now, Kevin. You just hold back. Yeah. Stay here. Get into your method. Okay. I'm not really acting. We know. It's terrible. I mean, and I love Kevin Costner. I love Tin Cup. Love the Texas Tornadoes. Cheech Moran. Who doesn't love Cheech? Who doesn't have inner demons that come out of the wrong time out on a golf course while you're trying to win a major championship versus Don Johnson? Trying to impress your psychiatrist. Sports psychiatrist. What a great job. I think a lot of those great athletes are complete head cases. Give me another ball. Oh no. This is bad. Oh no. Does anybody remember what this video is about? Why does every video just devolve into me doing some horrible impression of, based on just nothing but envy and me being a small little tiny man just trying to tear down the great Kevin Costner, one of the greatest actors of our time, a man who can fill 4 hours of movie with absolutely no acting, just nothing going on. If you can get through Dances with Wolves, I salute you. You should win a prize. You should win a type of medal. I understand. It's a good movie. Cinematically, it's beautiful. It's expansive. The time, the length of the film represents the passage of the slow, arduous passage of time. I get it. I can't watch it. It's too long. It's too much. I can't do it. Oh, God, I'm fed up. I'm an absolute lunatic. Here's a question. Can a leap money call go up over? Yeah, I mean, I'll show you idiots. Let's see. One of my calls here. Where is it? This was a CRISPR call, $40 call. I sold this 180. So I made 504%. I sold it for $117,000 and my cost was $19,000. This was just the other day. So, I mean, yeah, you can easily, calls can run up over 1,000% very, very quickly. I was running calls up on the first SMCI run from 18 to 60. I ran calls up way over 1,000%, way over. I made, people want to say like, oh, you've never 10X. Maybe you don't 10X a stock, 10X a call easily. I do it all the time. I lose a lot of money too. The very nature of risk reward is that if you have that type of upside, a lot of times, the majority of the time, you're going to go to zero. And that's the nature of buying calls. That's why smarter people sell calls. They don't buy calls. But if you can make a quick $100,000 in like a couple days, it's a nice way to go. But, like I said, it's like fish stories. You don't talk about all the ones that got away. Probably lost another 100 buying stupid calls. I sell a lot of calls too. I do a lot of stuff. I do a lot of stupid stuff. That's kind of my MO. I do a lot of stupid stuff. But watch out for JP Morgan, guys. I mean, JP Morgan increasing their position 141%. They are not guessing. They're looking at BlackRock. They're looking at Vanguard. They're looking at, Citadel getting out of their position. Look at Couteau. I'm probably saying that wrong, but dude, this guy is a freaking genius. And he's in here for almost 9 million shares, $303 million. So again, 26% insider, 55% institution, added up. What's left? 25% shares on loan. Something has to break. They're on this script. They hold it down to accumulate. It doesn't work unless they run it. That's why so many of us think they're going to run up NEO. Now, I'm not 100% convinced on that one yet, because a lot of times this has to do with making money. That's happened with SoFi. Now, CRISPR is not making money, but I think their pipeline and their position and that site, they're so strong there that they don't necessarily need, gap net profit if they have deals in place. That's going to lead to gap net profit, years down the road. That's a slowly evolving technology. But if you look at sort of what I'm talking about with this short script that they run where they hold down and accumulate, they're fixing CRISPR almost exactly the same levels they're fixing SMCI at. They're doing their best. CRISPR got away from them a little more because this SMCI senior secured note deal, gave them a good pretense to push down. The problem these shorts are having is that when they push down, retail and others are buying everything because they know it's not a real crash. They know it's not a real dip. I'm guessing retail bought the hell out of this 10% fall. I mean, if you basically studied that deal, they need money because they're growing the top line in this off year at 50%, and they're probably going to grow it faster next year. It's unusual to see growth start to reaccelerate when you reach this size, this market cap. But I mean, this company was a $200 billion market cap or something. Now it's 26. Their market cap is like 1x sales. They're profitable. Their balance sheet is very solid. I think this is a tremendous deal they just made. A tremendous deal. I think this stock is about to go way, way, way up. Otherwise, I wouldn't be talking about it, guys. What do you guys think? Travis Murphy, there's no volume though on SMCI. Wouldn't say there's no volume. I mean, traded 57 million shares today. That's pretty significant. That's pretty significant churn. $2 billion worth of churn. It's almost 10% of the entire market cap churn. So, I would disagree with you there. I think volume is above average. It's not through the roof or anything, but you can see the last volume was really low back here on the 18th, low again on the 20th. That was that Thursday they skipped for Juneteenth, and then volume has come up again. So, I'd have to disagree. I can tell you exactly where it is, but no. So volume has actually been ascending. So it was you're completely wrong. 20 million, then 40 million, then what is that? 51, 69, and then it fell back to 57. So, but overall, the trend of the volume is actually increasing quite nicely. Just had a big spike in volume yesterday with all that news. But if you see today's volume was significantly higher than Monday's volume and way higher than anything last week. So have to respectfully say you're 180 degrees opposite of correct there, T Murph. Anyway, let's see. I love Lamp. Yeah. Let's see. I don't know, guys. I can't read all this crap. What's up, Mongo? Probably does. The Wigger. 30 watching, 9 thumbs. Yeah, you bunch of thumbs. What do you guys do when you hitchhike? Yeah, I bet you get your thumbs out then, you worthless, ingrate bastards. Anyway, I said I was going to do a short video, and I'm going to try to stick to that. I don't know how long it's been. It's been about 24 minutes, so that's not exactly short. But anyway, I think that's about it right now, guys. I think this is $100 stock all day long. I think CRISPR and this stock are both going to go up through 90. I think they've held them both down way too long artificially, like these are horrible stocks or they're going bankrupt or something, and they're not. This is a profitable hyper growth stock, pure AI play, NVIDIA, AMD, it doesn't matter. They're the best solution, the most dense solution, the cheapest solution, the fastest solution, best cooling. I just think they're going to get a piece of this AI build out no matter what, and a big piece. And they're going to get big wins. And they're going to grow the top line. They're going to go profitability. And this thing is just way, way, way undervalued. What's up, Joe Ramos? I don't know, Jeremy. To me, it's going up right now. I mean, I don't know. What the hell has this thing been doing? I mean, this was just 39, and I know it's back to that level. It came back to that level, but it had a very nice little run up before that, shock and on. And by the way, this was pre-planned. It came right back to the same level of support it's been at in this little trend. So this is all, you can see this just wanting to break out here. You did it once, but there's going to be a more sustained breakout, to be sure. Anyway, guys, that's all I've got. I can't really make any sense of anything, but I appreciate you joining me. Thank you to the great Not a Lurker, Jay Money. Thank you to the great Alberto Bertie Aviles, and thank you to his nephew, wherever he is. Peace.